Hey, Connor Onion here, your host of the Saluki Standards podcast. If you've got last-minute meetings or get-togethers and celebrations planned this spring, McAllister's Deli in Carbondale has you handled, and they bring their best to every event. They offer delivery, they offer setup, and if you got a big appetite, if you got small things that you need taken care of, McAllister's Deli in Carbondale has you covered. You can go to mcallistersdeli.com/catering, and McAllister's Deli in Carbondale will keep you connected. That's McAllister's Deli in Carbondale, the official healthy choice option of Saluki Athletics. Let's get into today's episode. It's with a local guy, former Chester Yellow Jacket Jordan Berner of Saluki Football. He's played some defensive end, some defensive tackle, and hails from just 45 minutes up the road northwest of Carbondale. Jordan is a fifth-year player. He was a freshman All-American in 2017. He's battled some injuries, and he's back up to playing at a really high level here this spring. And he's done it not at his natural position. He had been playing defensive end for his entire career up to this point in the spring where they had a lot of injuries on the defensive line. So he's moved inside to defensive tackle, had 3 sacks in his first game. And Coach Hill has said several different times that Jordan Berner might be playing his best football of his career right now. Can't wait to get into it ahead of South Dakota State this Sunday in the quarterfinals. It's SIU and South Dakota State with 8 teams remaining. And here on the podcast, it's Jordan Berner of Chester, Illinois.
Doing good, Connor. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Exciting night. Got the Dogs beats tonight. Got football. Got baseball. Got softball this weekend. So we got a lot cooking right now.
And we got the draft. Yeah.
And the drafts.
Yeah. It's gonna be a busy day.
Yeah. This was an exciting day for Saluki football last year with Chin getting drafted, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was huge. I'd say everybody was watching that.
Yeah. Were you watching? Did you watch that?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What were you thinking when you saw Chin's name pop up?
Man, we were actually on another Zoom call that was watching him as we watched the draft, and we saw I think the Chiefs are on the board, and we saw him get a phone call, and we were like, "No way, he's going to the Chiefs!" And everyone was going crazy. It was everyone thought he was going to the Chiefs, and then I guess we were a little bit early, and the Chiefs picked somebody else, and then the Panthers traded up and got him, and it was just awesome, man.
Yeah. Did that did that serve kind of as a motivator for a lot of guys on that defense? Like, hey, that's one of our guys, and he's doing it at the top level now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just seeing that he can go that early and then watching what he did last season, absolutely motivational.
Robbed of Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
I agree.
Well, hey, let's talk a little bit about last weekend. Obviously, a thrilling win. First thing I was thinking about, just like looking ahead to this week when you guys get back to practice. You guys are up there in the elevation, some thin air. Has it been easier to run? Like, have you noticed a difference in your conditioning since getting back to lower ground?
Well, while we were up there, I definitely noticed the altitude. It was a little thinner air, a lot harder to find. And yeah, I was hurting. I'm not gonna lie, I was hurting a little bit.
But you took a little weight off, and was it easier to run when you got back?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I got to think Saturday felt pretty good. A long time coming for you and the team, but especially for you being around for so long. What was your overall takeaway emotionally after the game on Saturday?
Man, there's a lot of guys in my class that are still here, and a lot of guys below a year behind me, and we've been around. I mean, we've been a part of a 2-9 season. We've been a part of some other just really tough seasons, and for finally to come around like this is huge, man. We've been working for this is my 5th year, and to finally get an opportunity like this is huge, and I think we're going to take advantage of it. I think no one's going to leave anything out there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I want to get into what the defense did, but first that game-winning drive that the offense is marching down on. All you can do is watch in the sidelines. What are you doing? What are you doing as the offense is marching? What are you feeling?
We we felt confident, man. The talk on the sideline was just like, be ready to go after they score. Don't run on the field. Don't get a sideline penalty. But yeah, man, Stone and the boys, they always got your back. They're gonna cover, man.
Were you a guy that was able to watch on 4th down and 6, or did you have to turn your back?
I watched. I made sure to see that. I wasn't gonna miss it.
Yeah. Going to the defensive side of the ball, I mean, there were a bunch of big plays. You had 6 tackles in the game. What did you feel like the biggest play of the game on defense was?
I mean, it's hard to say it wasn't one of the interceptions in the end zone because those are huge. I mean, the first series of the game, C's got a pick, and that's huge with them in their red zone to turn the ball around like that. And then JT got a pick too, which is huge. But I mean, whole game we were just fighting, man.
Yeah. What about for you? I know you've had some moments now since you've changed positions. What did you feel like the best play that you graded out on was on Saturday?
I had one play where we played kind of a lag technique on the guard, and the center and guard were doubling me, and the center ended up going up to a linebacker, and my job is to, once he does that, to slip up into that A gap, and I made a pretty nice tackle at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, that's something different than what you would normally be doing the last several years playing defensive ends. Coach Hill has said you're maybe playing the best ball of your career right now, even though you're not at your natural position. Why do you think you've been able to do that despite the change?
And I gotta give a shout out to the trainers there, man. They've been able to keep me healthy, and I don't know. I felt good. My body's felt good. And I don't know. I'm usually battling some injuries, and I've been able to stay healthy the second half of the season.
You had what, an elbow injury earlier in your career?
Yeah, I've just about from head to toe. Just about every limb, pretty much. There's been a few injuries.
I remember the big brace on your elbow you used to use. Was that a dislocation?
No, that was a sprain on my UCL, but yeah, I got to look cool. Got to look like JJ Watt for a little bit.
Yeah. UCL, that's usually something you hear about with like baseball pitchers getting Tommy John surgery on their UCL. Is that something you had to go through?
In baseball?
No, just with hurting your UCL. Did you have to get on?
No, it wasn't anything that needed surgery, but just took a little time in a cool brace.
Yeah, definitely a stylistic difference fashion wise. But with your change to the inside, you're lining up differently. Obviously facing some more guards and centers rather than tackles in that new spot. What's the biggest difference in your mental prep now that you're on the inside as opposed to defensive end?
I don't know. On the inside, everything's a lot tighter, and you got to move a little quicker. But I just got to thank Coach Chuka for teaching me all the techniques, because he's a specialist in there. He's the guy he's got the experience. He's been there. He's done it at the highest level, and I can't be thankful enough for him.
Yeah, played at Oklahoma, and that kind of happened because of injury. You guys took like 5 healthy defensive linemen to Missouri State, and then you have your biggest game. How much notice did you have before you had to slide in there and have that new role?
Well, really, once people started going down, I was in the air, because whenever they would give me reps inside, I would enjoy it. So really, as soon as I could, I was in their ear. Like, you need a guy to play D-tack, you need a guy to play tackle. Like, I'm right here chirping in their ear. So as soon as that Missouri State week came, I was like, so what's the word on D-tackle? They were just like, you're full go, man. You're doing it. It's all you.
So it was literally just a couple of days before you played it in the game.
That week, yeah. I'd say like Tuesday.
Yeah. Yep. And then you go out and have 3 sacks.
Yeah.
Was there some sort of freedom mentally, like, hey, I'm not in my normal position, so I can kind of just let this thing fly and see what happens and be aggressive?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just playing football. I feel like there's a little less responsibility inside, maybe, especially on the pass rush. You don't got to worry about contain. So it's just get to the quarterback.
Just get upfield and go.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that you're doing that in playoff games, help me out here just with the feel. I couldn't be there in person on Saturday, but how would you describe the tension and the feel of a playoff game?
And to be honest, I don't really think about it. It's just the same old game, same old rules, same old techniques. Just get to play and do it. I've never really been a guy to let the fans or the height of the game get to me. I just play football.
Even on the final drive, it wasn't like, hey, this is do or die.
And it's just get there. I knew the situation, so I'm dying. I can't breathe from that altitude, but I gotta go. It's time to go.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I told you we get into your background a little bit, being from Chester, 45 minutes down the road, 45 minutes northwest here in Carbondale. You've got it in your Twitter bio. Chester is my hometown. I know you're super proud of being from there. Why are you so proud of being a Chester guy?
Man, I don't know. There's a lot of people back home that look up to me and they're rooting for me and they want nothing but the best for me. They're always texting me after every game, and there's not a lot of people that come from Chester who get the opportunity that I have, and I'm just trying to make the best of it.
What's the best feedback you've gotten from people back there when they're hitting you up and texting you?
Man, I don't know. After every game, I got old coaches and friends and buddies watching the game. Just I don't know. They just love watching me and love seeing me succeed, and that's a good feeling.
You said not a lot of people from Chester get this opportunity that you know of. Who kind of set the table for you to get this opportunity? Were there guys that had gone Division I recently in front of you, or were you the first guy in a while?
No, yeah, I'd say I was the first guy in a while. I know a few guys, like one. I know Clendenin, who went to SEMO, and then Todd Cowan. He played JUCO up in Joliet, but yeah, there's not many, man. Not many guys get that opportunity.
Yeah. So are you full celeb status? Are you full celebrity status when you go back?
No, man. Once you go back to the hometown, it's just same old small town rules, man. Everyone knows everybody. I mean, they show me love for sure, but it's fun.
You're just Jordan from down the street again once you go back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How's the football going?
A quick break from our conversation. Bud Light has created a seltzer so satisfying, it will have your taste buds going wild. Bud Light Seltzer is the official seltzer of Saluki Athletics. Now back to our conversation. You set a Chester record in high school. You had 7 picks in 1 year. How's a guy at your position? I know you're playing linebacker back then, but how's a guy that big, that long, end up with the ball in his hand so much like you did?
I don't know, man. I used to have pretty good hands before I started playing some D line, but yeah, I don't know. They just I'm a long guy. I can reach out and get the ball. I guess I don't know.
Most memorable pick you had? What was it out of those 7?
I have to say, my junior year, we hadn't won a playoff game. We were a good regular season team, but we couldn't win a playoff game, and then. First round of playoffs, the first series the first series to start the game, I had the first 2 tackles, and the third play of the game, I had an interception, and I always remember that game just because it was our first playoff game we won.
So you were you just took the game into your own hands. Every play was flowing through you on defense.
That first series, I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah. You ever take one to the house?
No, man, I never cribbed one.
No?
Nope.
You get close?
Not really.
No. Have you had an opportunity to get a pick on a screen or anything since you've been at SIU? Jog my memory a little bit. I don't remember.
No, but I dream about it. I dream about that opportunity, and I will crib it whenever it comes.
Okay, all right, maybe this week.
Maybe I'm ready.
Follow a little screen out of the backfield.
Oh yeah.
You were a three-sport guy too. What was it about football that kind of touched your heart more than the other two sports?
Yeah, I'd say baseball was my first love growing up, but I don't know. This SIU's gave me the opportunity to come keep playing football, and I said absolutely.
Would you have rather played baseball when you think back on it?
It would have been a tough decision for sure, but I don't know. It'd be a little easier on the body. I'll say that, but I don't regret the decision I made at all.
What was the interest? Was there a school or schools that were coming after you for baseball?
No, not really. Not really. Playing in a small town like that, it's hard to get looks. I mean, SIU is my only offer in football, so.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it that drew you to baseball over football originally?
I don't know. It's just I feel like every kid any kid that plays baseball, that's the first sport they get to play. Like it's as a little toddler, and it's just I didn't really play football until high school. I didn't even know I was playing until right before the season started, freshman year. I had some buddies, come on, man, we need a quarterback. So I was like, all right, I'll do it.
You played quarterback your freshman year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was it just that year, and then they moved you to linebacker and tight end, or what?
Well, yeah. So as a freshman, I played quarterback, and then we had kind of a rule that if you're a quarterback, you can't play defense. And I also love to play defense. So I was like, well, you gotta move me to tight end or something because I got to be on the other side.
You're what, 6'5", 255, something like that right now?
Yeah.
What were you back then when you were playing quarterback?
Probably about 6'5", 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you weren't quite like Cam Newton stature yet. But if they put you back there, in a high school game right now, you would be.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I make jokes here and there saying I could play some quarterback.
Right. Yeah. What about your best memory on the baseball field? What was it?
Well, there was one game where in SIU, the old SIU D-line coach, he was recruiting me for football, and I guess he decided to come to a baseball game, and he came to one of my home baseball games, and I went 3 for 3 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs, and yeah, best game of my life by far. And he was, after the game, he was just like, "Hey man, he's still playing football." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still playing football."
And there were still no baseball offers after that.
No.
What were people doing?
Not watching, I guess. I don't
know. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Man. So is that what earned you an offer to play football at SIU, or was the offer already there?
Maybe. No, I can't remember. I can't remember when they offered me, but I'd say they liked it for sure.
We got to get you on the Matt DeSomer plan.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Me and Coach Hill have talked about it after the spring after I'm done playing. Maybe walking on the baseball team, giving it a shot.
Yeah, you'd fit in the middle of the lineup if you're hitting 3 bombs with 10 RBIs.
Maybe. Yeah, Coach Hill said I should go straight from football, my senior year football, then walk on the basketball team, and then after that walk on the football team.
Hey, that's a 3-sport dream right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. He was just like me. I mean, he could do it all too.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you remember about the early days when SIU was recruiting you? When did they first lay eyes on you?
Man, it's so long ago now, man. I'm a 5th year. I can't remember exactly. I don't think I got an offer until my senior year, but they were definitely talking to me through my junior year.
Do you remember, was it, you said the old D-line coach came to see you? Did Coach Hill come to see you in person?
Yeah, no, I mean they do the house visits that they do with everybody, and they came and saw me for that. But at that time Coach Hill actually wasn't even the head coach. It was the last guy. I didn't really know him. He wasn't I don't know. He wasn't around much for the recruiting, but yeah, once Coach Hill got the job, yeah, that was good.
Did you always know you wanted to go to SIU, or was it just a thing where they offered you? It was your opportunity to play, and you went.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the best. I wasn't the best guy to be recruited. I didn't really keep up with my huddle, and wasn't real good at responding to coaches. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, so I don't know, they stayed in my ear and kept kept reminding me, and then once I got the offer, I was like, all right, I got to do this.
Would you go to games as a kid?
No,
No, even being
nope,
that close.
nope, never went to any games.
So, what was the reputation of SIU football from afar for you growing up, if any?
I had a lot of buddies who would wear SIU gear, and they had family and stuff that were big fans of SIU. But I mean, growing up, I was never really a huge football guy. I didn't really find my love for it until high school, like later in high school, and then obviously in college. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking about staying close to home, and your family can watch you play. Everybody back home sure is in the know with what you're doing. How do you think life would have been different if you went to, say, a school in California or Maine, somewhere across the country?
Yeah, and it'd be tough to keep a close relationship with my family for sure. And I feel for guys who are from like Florida. We have a lot of guys from Florida, and I feel for them because that's tough being away from your family for that long. And I'm definitely lucky. I mean, I got a 4-year-old little sister that I love being able to be a part of her life, and my parents can just drive up on a Wednesday and we can go get dinner or something. And yeah, I'm definitely lucky for that.
Yeah, I saw the picture Jim Beers took after the North Dakota State game. Your parents, Beth and Josh, what's your relationship like with them?
Man, it's great. They're wonderful, man. Always got my back. They're there for me. No matter what I do, they always got my back.
When things, you were alluding to it earlier, how far the program has come. When things were hard, how much did you lean on them when things weren't going so great with football?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously everyone needs their family to lean on, and they've always been there for me in those 2-9 seasons. It's difficult, man. Anytime you're on a losing team, it's a tough atmosphere to be in. There's a lot of you let the negative start crawling in, so it's important to have a good family and a good foundation in you, and just someone you can lean on here and there.
Looking back at just your entire career individually, the program's overcome a lot to get to this moment, but what's the most difficult thing you've had to overcome to get to this point?
I touched on it a little bit earlier, man. Just staying healthy. In my earlier days of my career, I didn't really respect the training room as much as I should have. I thought, especially when you're younger, you think you're indestructible, and you think you don't need to go in for treatment and rehab and stuff. And as you get older, you realize that's the only way you can stay on the field. You got to live in that training room.
Yeah, that's probably not the part of the gig that you look forward to the most. I would assume it's obviously the playing and the lifting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Looking ahead to this weekend, South Dakota State, obviously round one didn't go well. You guys know it. They know it. Why can this round be different on Sunday?
And dogs are hot, man. We're rolling. We got our confidence. There's things we did in that first game that we're not going to do again. We're going to give ourselves the best opportunity to win this game.
What's the biggest correction you feel like you guys need to make from that first one?
Well, yeah, there's some small corrections we're gonna make. We got to shut that run down first. You know what I mean? They ran all over us that first game, so we got to stop that run. Yeah, defensively, that would be our number one goal. I'd say going into this game, shut the run down.
Parents going up there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Trip.
Got the parents going up there. Got all of Chester behind you. Got Sunday Night Football on national TV. This should be fun.
I know it's Sunday Night Football.
Let's go. Cue the Carrie Underwood.
Exactly.
Well, hey, man, thanks for the time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Thanks, Connor.
Sunday. I keep saying Saturday. Sunday.
Yeah.
I just said Sunday Night Football. All right, man. Appreciate it. That's Jordan Berner of SIU Football.